From Tulsa Community College's Center for Creativity, this is Studio 21 News. And now, your hosts.
Hello and welcome to Studio 21 News. I'm Mike Schaus.
And I'm Tania Patterson. Thank you for joining us today. In order to discourage students from alcohol consumption and sending text messages while driving, a program offered by TCC showed the risk that they could suffer behind the wheel. Here is Mariana Rivera with the story.
The Student Government Association, together with the Student Activity Office, brought to the students and staff the Alcohol Distracted Awareness event in the Southeast campus. While wearing bubble glasses and passing through cones on the floor, students learned how the vision is affected by the alcohol and the risk that its consumption brings while driving.
Your judgment is impaired, and if you drive when you're under the influence, you may get into accidents. You could be injured, you can be paralyzed, and you can die from distracted driving or driving under the influence.
Also, this event was in charge of showing to the people that sending messages while driving can cause severe damage, even death. According to the National Highway and Traffic Safety in 2008, there were more than 11,000 people killed in crashes because of alcohol consumption and texting while driving.
I think the best thing would be to make sure before we take the car, it would be to put it away, not have it next to us and be tempted to look at it.
Taking in consideration these facts, other drivers should be aware because later they could be the victim. This is Mariana Rivero for Studios 21 News.
The college transfer process can be difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Jonathan Sebring reports from TCC's Metro Campus Advisement Office.
Are you looking to transfer this summer? Most students who have finished their run here at TCC are asking each other what is the next step they should take. If this is you, head on over to the academic building to see an advisor where they can help you with the process. Academic advisor Christopher Davis tells us about the general process.
Well, the general process that most students are going to be dealing with when they transfer to a four-year university, first you'll be seeing your academic advisor and filing for graduation for your associate's degree. Also in that same semester, it's a good idea to apply for admission to your target four-year university. You should probably see an advisor with them also.
If you are still unsure about the steps to take, then seek more advisement. Chris tells us about the finishing steps to take.
You'll be submitting your official transcripts from all your previous colleges to your target university, and make sure you file that FAFSA and add the school to your list of schools on your FAFSA as well. Make sure that you're visiting with advisors at both schools, here and your target university, and they'll make sure they guide you through the rest of it. But it starts with applying for graduation with us and then submitting your transcripts to your future university.
To recap, make sure you see an advisor here and at your future school. Get your transcripts sent and your FAFSA filed, and you will leave as an accomplished transferee just like this young man. For Studio 21 News, I'm Jonathan Sebring.
TCC Northeast Campus hosted a job fair on Wednesday, March 30th. Students as well as the Tulsa community were invited to talk with potential employers. There were many area businesses out recruiting for new employees. Among those in attendance were Cricket Wireless, Cox Communications, Hillcrest Medical Center, UPS, American Airlines, and the TCC Summer Youth Program. Those seeking jobs were encouraged to leave their resumes and contact information rather than filling out a full application. The unemployment rate is down 1.6% from this time last year, thanks in part to these community job fairs.
Typically, you'll get out of 10 applications, you may find 3 that you end up maybe hiring or get back to a second interview. And if they fit the position, probably about 30%, which is pretty good. Better than that in the paper.
TCC Horticulture Center had a 2-day spring plant sale. Juan Carlos Yanez with the story.
We're here at the Horticulture Center at the TCC Northeast Campus for the annual spring plant sale. There were a great variety of plants which did not cost more than $2. The event lasts 2 days. Many people came on the first day, but the second day was slow. Horticulture specialist Kelly Rose was in charge of the event.
We don't advertise it widely, but word of mouth has, gets around, and we do have it's a 2-day sale. Mm-hmm. So far, we're thinking about turning it into a 1-day sale because the second day is usually pretty slow.
The plants that were not sold in the event were donated to the Tulsa Garden Center. The plants on sale included tomatoes, begonias, and petunia plants. Regular plant buyers included TCC students, staff, and people from the community. The customers were glad to find plants at such a low price.
Dr. Snyder, a good friend of mine, told me that they had tomato plants out here for 50 cents. I can't grow them that cheap.
The Horticulture Club is already planning next year's plant sale and are expectant of its results for students and the surrounding community.
On March 23rd, Dr. William Piston, history professor at Missouri State University, visited TCC to talk about the 150th anniversary year of the Civil War. Lindsay Webster has the story.
The lecture presented at the Center for Creativity focused on the beginnings of the Civil War in Missouri, Arkansas, and the Indian Territory. He feels important events that happened in that area have been overshadowed.
Events here were front page news nationally in 1861. They've kind of fallen out of our public memory. They've been overshadowed by the Fort Sumter and Bull Run and famous battles in the East. But what happened out here was noticed.
Piston's interest in the Civil War began in the second grade when his teacher presented information given to her by the state of Tennessee about the 100th anniversary of the Civil War.
She read that to us in class, and that's when I learned about the Civil War for the first time. When she finished reading that, it was time for recess. We went outside and played Civil War, and I haven't stopped.
The next morning, Piston led a panel discussion about the Civil War at the TCC Southeast campus. The panel discussed the importance of Civil War events in the area and how many of them are unmarked or overlooked. The lecture and panel are part of a 6-part series presented by the TCC History Department to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the Civil War. For more information about the series, visit tulsacc.edu/Civil War.
The Tulsa Drillers had their season opener on April 7th, and this is their second year at One Oak Field. The Drillers are having a good season, but on March 30th, the Drillers showed that they are ready to play against the pros. Here's Georgia Frazier with the story.
The Colorado Rockies came to our hometown of Tulsa on March 30th to play the Tulsa Drillers. The Colorado Rockies were surprised by the outcome of the night when they were beat 5-3 by the Drillers. Here's Sean Jarrett to express how he's feeling about playing the Colorado Rockies.
And it's always exciting when you can go up against, some good competition, and hopefully we'll be playing up there with them soon, so it's gonna be fun. Hopefully it's a good show for the Tulsa fans.
Multiple players for the Colorado Rockies are former Drillers, and I sat down with the starting catcher for the Colorado Rockies, Chris Inetta, to ask him about his time spent here in Tulsa playing for the Drillers.
I had a really good time here. It's part of the developmental process of a baseball player to go through the minor leagues, and this was a really good stop for me. I finished the year here 1 year, then I came back and started the year before I got called up to AAA. So had a really good time and played really well here, so I definitely enjoyed it.
The Drillers showed that they are ready for their season, and they're here to win some ball games. This is Georgia Frazier with Studio 21 News.
If you'd like tickets for a Tulsa Drillers game, call 918-744-5901 for more information.
A good diet is an important part of a healthy lifestyle. Terrence Nichols has the story.
TCC has a great fitness center with an even better staff. We caught up with Amy Leach to give us some nutritional tips.
Basically, whenever someone comes into the gym and they're wanting some specific advice on nutrition, we do have specialists here that can give you some tips and some ideas on where to start, what to do. We don't have nutritionists on hand, but we're definitely able to give you some ideas. And so that's what I'm going to give you some today, are just some tips. I don't recommend any one diet. I don't say you need to follow the Atkins diet or the raw foods diet.
Amy says to stick to the basics, eating your fruits and vegetables, eating whole grain, lean protein, and reduce the amount of fried foods in your diet. Try and eat every 3 to 4 hours in small portions to help keep your metabolism up. You need carbohydrates to help fuel your body, and if you get confused, always read your food labels and know what an actual service size is. And last but not least, eat your green foods.
Which salads? Whenever I first started trying to be healthy, I thought going to TGI Fridays and ordering the Cobb salad with ranch dressing was the way to go. And to my disbelief, I found out that I could have ordered a cheeseburger and got the same amount of calories between the two. And that is the truth on a lot of menu items. The thing about it is that you have to choose healthy versions. The best thing, like I said, is to go to the myfoodpyramid.gov website, and you can actually put in what your goals are, if they are to lose weight, if it is to build muscle mass. And so there's some different resources on there that you can actually input and then find suggestions on.
Good is important, but exercise can be an additional benefit. Tania Patterson spoke with one of Metro Fitness Center's fitness specialists.
Today we're going to get some cardiovascular advice from Patrick, one of our own here at TCC.
My advice from someone that's going to start a cardiovascular workout plan that's never had one or started one, start easy, start small, maybe on the treadmill or the ellipticals, something low speed, low impact, don't put too much strain on your heart right off the bat.
Patrick also says you can get your cardiovascular workout on the go, from walking, taking the stairs, jump roping to hiking. Anything that increases the heart rate helps with cardio and with losing weight. Also, you'll want to watch your diet by staying away from foods that's high in fat and calories. You want to bake or grill your lean meats, stay away from fried foods as much as possible, fuel your body with proteins and lots of fruits and vegetables for your starch and fiber.
Some advice for people that have been working out: increase your intensity, increase the speed, try to get that heart rate up a little higher. Doing cardio is going to help your heart healthy. It's going to help you be a little bit more, to go a little further in your exercise, and also doing street training. That's going to help you last a little bit longer.
Thank you for watching our show today. I'm Mike Schaus.
And I'm Tania Patterson. We'll see you next time on Studio 21 News.